Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Welcome to the AppSex online support program and I'm your teacher Muhammad Waqas. Welcome to the General Science class students. We are discussing chapter number 2, week number 3, lesson number 10 and today's our topic is air. First of all students we will recap our previous lesson in which we have discussed about the topic water. We have discussed in it the properties of the water including the physical and the chemical properties, and we have also discussed that water is used as a universal solvent. It means that it dissolves most of the things in it. That is why it is known as universal solvent. Student, we today we will discuss about the topic air. We will be able to describe the percentage of air in the atmosphere, and moreover we will discuss the role of oxygen, role of carbon dioxide in the air. The atmosphere surrounding our earth is a mixture of various gases, and the percentage composition of air by volume in it is as follows. Number 1, the nitrogen. The percentage of the nitrogen in the air is 78%, oxygen is 21%, argon is 0.9%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, neon 0.002%, and the helium, krypton, and xenon 0.00055%. So composition of air students remain constant approximately. For example, the composition of carbon dioxide and oxygen is kept constant by the process of photosynthesis and respiration, which we have discussed in the previous topics as well. Each day, a normal man can breathe 15,000 to 20,000 liters of air. Moreover, students, we cannot survive without air. So now we will discuss the role of oxygen in the air. Oxygen is the second most abundant gas found in the air after nitrogen. It is essential for supporting life and phenomena of the burning and rusting. For burning or combustion students, we require three things: fuel, heat, and oxygen. These make up three principles of firefighting because in the absence of any one of these, fire goes out. Burning or combustion is a chemical process, students, which is accompanied by the production of heat and light. During this process, the combustible material usually combine with the atmospheric oxygen to form oxides, and these oxides form acid actually when they dissolve in water. Moreover, the oxide forms during the combustion, student, it form acid when it dissolve in water. Degradation of all kind of vegetables, meat, etc. is because of oxidation of organic materials present in it. Oxidation means addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. Ozone is produced from oxygen which is present in the earth atmosphere whose formula is O3. Ozone is actually a layer which protects our cells and the living things from the harmful ultraviolet rays. It is useful to protect the living organism by absorbing the ultraviolet light from the sun. Because if all the harmful rays reach the earth, students, so it will harm the living organisms as well as it will harm the human community as well. So ozone is a protective layer which protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. Now we will discuss, students, the role of nitrogen in air. Nitrogen occur in the atmosphere as diatomic molecules, means N2. There are two atoms of nitrogen in it. It is a major constituent of air. It is relatively inert. Inert means it does not do any chemical reaction with the other substances but acts as an important diluent of the air to slow down the process of combustion as well as the corrosion. Nitrogen also occurs in plants and animals in the form of the proteins. Animals obtain proteins by consuming plants, and plants produce protein from the nitrates in the soil. Nitrates are produced from the atmospheric nitrogen and ammonia present in the soil. So as we discussed that the plants get nitrogen from the nitrates present in the soil, this nitrogen directly or indirectly reach the animals. As dead plants and animals decay, some soluble nitrogen containing compound, usually nitrates, are produced and can be absorbed by these plants. So some of the nitrates are converted into the nitrogen by bacteria in the soil. In nature, the process in which nitrogen is transferred from living organisms to the soil and from soil to the living organisms regularly is called nitrogen cycle. And this nitrogen cycle, students, keeps the amount of nitrogen constant in the air. In the nitrogen cycle, students, nitrogen is transferred from living organisms to the soil and from the soil to the living organism regularly. So it is called the nitrogen cycle as the amount of the nitrogen remains constant. Now we will discuss the role of carbon dioxide in air. The atmospheric air contains approximately 0.03% by volume of the carbon dioxide. This proportion is kept constant by a balance in the nature between the process of the photosynthesis, which remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and those of the respiration, decay, and the combustion, which return it to the atmosphere. So these processes are called carbon cycle. Carbon dioxide also plays an important role in the air by absorbing infrared rays from the sun. So carbon dioxide protects the living organism from the harmful rays as well. So in carbon cycle, students, the amount of the carbon also remains constant. Carbon dioxide also remains constant. So students, problem will rise in the near future through the burning of the too much carbon containing fuels. This could upset the balance of the carbon cycle by liberating too much carbon dioxide into the air. Too much carbon dioxide into the air means, students, if the amount of the carbon dioxide in the air will increase, so the temperature on the earth will also increase, which is known as the global warming. If the amount of the carbon dioxide increases in the air, then the temperature of the earth will rise, and this is called greenhouse effect. The higher temperature could cause the ice of the mountains to melt and flooding to occur. Weather pattern on our planet would also be affected. Students, as we know that we are dependent on the machinery. All the machinery discharges the heat in the air, due to which the amount of the heat or the carbon dioxide in the air is increasing. Moreover, we are making homes, we are making societies by cutting trees. This also increases the temperature of the earth, increasing the amount of the carbon dioxide, which is called the global warming. The overall the temperature of the earth is increasing day by day. So if the temperature of the earth keep on increasing day by day, so it will affect the weather pattern on our planet as well. At last, student, we will discuss the rare gases and their uses. The atmosphere contains approximately 1% by volume of the rare or the noble gases. The noble gases, students, are usually known the inert gases. They do not take part in the chemical reaction because their outermost shell is complete. They are characterized by their chemical inertness. Helium is very, lighter gas, so it is used as alternative to hydrogen in weather balloons. Moreover, organ containing bulbs are present in the market. Neon is used in the advertising signs, and drivers use mixture of helium and oxygen. A mixture of the helium 80% and oxygen 20% is used as uh, artificial atmosphere by the divers. It is used instead of nitrogen as it is less soluble than nitrogen in the blood to prevent the bends in the high pressure work. Neon glow red when electricity is passed through it, and so it finds and it is used in advertising sign. Argon is used to fill electric light bulbs and the various types of fluorescent and phototubes. Krypton is used till fluorescent lights and photographic flash lamps. Radon is used in the treatment of the cancer. Since the noble gases are extremely unreactive, so they provide a useful inert atmosphere for some chemical reactions. These are also used in electric welding of the metal student. So this is the today's topic, students, about the air, about the role of the nitrogen in the air. We have discussed about the role of carbon dioxide in the air. Moreover, we have discussed about the global warming, the greenhouse effect, and at the last we have discussed the rare gases and their uses as well. I hope you understood the lecture. There is no homework for the today's task. You only have to learn the given topic. Any question regarding the topic, you can freely ask me on my WhatsApp number. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and Allah Hafiz.